What's good, Call of Duty fans, and welcome back to Around the CDL episode 43. We got some production upgrades, as you can see on screen. We got the chat, so now everyone who's watching in post can see who we're talking to in chat when we're talking, which I don't know why it took me so long to do this, but we finally got it. And we got the OMiT logo right in the middle. Shout out to OMiT. We're very glad to be a part of them. But boys, another week, another weekend of COD. How you guys feeling?
Feeling great, man. I'm feeling great. Happy to be here as always. I say it every week and I mean it. I'm excited to talk COD. Rough weekend as an OpTic fan for Alex and I. But you know what? You know what they say. You can't know what true victory feels like without going through the jaws of defeat first. So
Oh my
I'm
God.
looking at it right now.
I'm so motivated.
William Shakespeare.
I'm so motivated.
You guys are welcome. You guys are welcome. I'm starting to stream with a banger. You know what I'm saying? Here I am.
Jesus Christ. Somebody hire this guy. Some motivational speaker. But yeah, I mean, excited to be back. Talking COD as always. Would be a lot better, you know, if OpTic would have actually showed up this weekend. I think we had a bye, actually. I don't think we played this weekend at all. I think we got a bye, I think. But we'll get into that. But yeah, just overall excited to be back. Again, shout out to OMiT.
Shout out to OMiT, man. I mean, we might as well just kick it off with sort of the ROSTERMANIA news, right? I put it in the title of the video, and it kind of correlates with OMiT, obviously. So let me just pull up this tweet real quick, and we could talk about this move. So there was a tweet dropped by Zuma on the timeline originally that was like, ROSTERMANIA is not done yet. And everyone was like, oh my God, what's happening? People were speculating Kenny was being dropped, all those sorts of things. I also just realized I'm gonna have to do this scene real quick. One sec. I gotta select Google Chrome on here. Bada bing, bada boom. But it turns out from Ronnie, and Jacob Hale also said this is what he's hearing. Lunarz, who's on OMiT Brooklyn, right? This is why I said it correlates with OMiT, is replacing Priesta on the LA Guerrilla Mates, which is an expected move, right? We were actually, Preston was live and I was playing Val with him on stream when this first dropped, and we all kind of were like, this is probably what it's going to be before it was announced by Ronnie, and here we are. So kind of expected, but I don't know. What do you guys think? Is this enough to help LAG? Is this a good move?
Oh, it's definitely a good move. Is it enough to help LAG? I'm not 100% convinced. They may need to make like another move this year. However, it's hard to say. I mean, we'll have to see how the team plays with each other. Maybe this one move activates some other players on the team. It's hard to say, but it's definitely a great move. I mean, we were watching this guy fry yesterday, so this kid's a beast, and they needed some desperate kills. Skies has been underwhelming this year, and Priesta, I mean, he's just been kind of horrid. So,
damn. My bad, Priesta.
Am I wrong?
That's Preston on Preston violence right there.
Yeah, I'm not wrong. Like, the guy he hasn't been playing well. We figured they were going to make a change. I honestly don't know why they even played 2 matches after this. I don't know why they didn't make a change after Major 1, but better late than never, I guess. It's a solid move.
Yeah, I mean, it's done. Like Preston said it. I mean, he pretty much said everything. It's a solid move. Do I think it's going to solve all their issues? Probably not. I do think they need to make one more move, unfortunately, and that's for Skies, because he hasn't been playing well as well. But, I mean, Lunarz, again, shout out to OMiT. OMiT Brooklyn is the pipeline.
Yeah, I'm going to pull up that tweet here in a second.
So, but yeah, shout out to OMiT because, I mean, during the Cup, if y'all were watching Challengers, which we were watch partying, which a lot of y'all were, so shout out to everyone that was in that. I mean, he was trying, so shout out to him. He deserves a spot in the league. He's getting it now. Is he on the best team? No, but, you know, hopefully he can show what he can do. And yeah, I mean, Priest has definitely been the most underwhelming player on that team, so it definitely makes sense. Yeah, not much to say about it. I mean, they played who they played? Boston, and they lost game 5, right?
Yeah,
so they didn't play 2. I think so. Yeah,
that was the only match, right?
They got Neslo'd. Shout out to Neslo, by the way. Hopefully, we can get him on the watch party.
Hell yeah,
that's that dude. But yeah, they got Neslo'd. Won both HPs, lost both S&Ds. I think they lost the first one 3-6, 4-6, something like that. And then the last one was, I think, a 6-1 or 6-2. So S&D, the first one was a little close. The last one wasn't really close at all. And the vault control wasn't close at all either. But I mean, it just shows, Preston just wasn't really playing up to par even before that. Again, he had that one weird match on Skyline HP against OpTic where he was absolutely fucking frying us, and then he turned into prime simp, and then he hasn't really done much since. So I think it's the right call. Again, unfortunate for Preston, but I'm pretty sure he'll land on his feet somewhere in challengers if someone else doesn't pick him up. Which, to be honest, I don't really see anybody pick him up, unfortunately.
Yeah, I think for LAG, right? Like, this is a team that their ARs have been abysmal, right? For the most part, like it just has not been a whole lot of help from Skies and Priest on the map. Lins and Kiz, I actually think have been pretty good, especially Kismet. But looking at Priest's numbers, right? KD's not everything. We always got to say that, but nothing really too special. I mean, he's about league average in hardpoint, which is all right. But overall, this team is just lacking kills on the map. Like, there is just not enough kills being put down from the ARs to help their SMGs. And also, it's like, I don't know what's up with this team. When we were watch partying this match, Preston and I were, when we watch partied the Boston match, Priest not rotating P4 on that Hacienda. He spawns up, he runs straight back to P3 old with like 12 seconds left. Kismet literally runs past him, top halls to go to P4 to rotate. Like, they're not like rotating right. I feel like Skies just plays too slow for this game. And they just need an AR that's going to pick up the pace, that's going to lay down damage, that is going to get kills. And Lunar's been like a walking 1.3, 1.4 in respawn in challengers. So bringing on someone like that, even obviously, he's not going to be 1.3 in the league, but even if he's a 1.05 in the league, that's going to be significantly better than what they're getting out of Priest and Skies, and if he picks up the pace. So I think it's a W move, for sure. I think it's a W move. I think Lunar's was looked at as probably the best AR in challengers, right? I think mostly. Last night we watched Spar absolutely fry in that grand finals, so he's another player that maybe we could see in the league. But Lunarz, yeah, I mean, it's another rookie getting a chance in the league, potentially rookie of the year, maybe, right? If he's coming in next week, he's gonna be playing four stages about. So shout out to Lunarz and OMiT, but I definitely think this was the right call for LAG. They needed to make a change. The ARs are just not cutting it.
I saw my guy Kresk a couple comments back say that he's not entirely convinced that Priesta was the problem. I kind of agree. I'm not entirely convinced he's the problem either. I think there are some other holes on this team. The problem is he is a hole, and you got to start somewhere. So unfortunately, we kind of figured he was going to be the scapegoat. And here it is. I mean, I think it's a great move. This guy's been the challengers player, really. I mean, besides Neptune.
Yeah. Besides Huke and then Nep, and now it's Lunarz.
Yeah. This guy's been the challengers guy. So I'm excited to see him play. He deserves a chance. We've been hearing about him all last year too. So maybe it's way overdue.
Yeah. And it's also like important to note, LAG, looking at their map win-loss, they're not a bad team. They're just really bad at search and destroy. They're 9-9 in hardpoint, and they're 6-4 in control, but they're 4-11 in SND. And then when you look at their SND numbers, Skies is even, everyone else is negative. But Priesta, 0.6 kills per round, lowest on the team, 0.84 KD, lowest on the team. He's got 97 damage, which is more than Lins and Kiz, but that's kind of expected from ARs. I think maybe this could have been something they looked at as like, we need to be a better SND team. Lunarz has been good in every game mode in challengers, and you just need someone that's going to just help the SMGs, I think. So when Skies is playing that slower Skies role that he tends to, maybe not that he should be playing it, but that's how Skies has been playing the last couple years. Lunarz is just that guy, I think, to kind of help the SMGs more, especially in search. So that might have been a big thing for them, because this team is a couple maps away. Look, game 5 loss, game 5 loss, game 5 loss, game 5 loss, game 5 loss. They're 0-5 in game 5s. You think they win 2-3 of those? We're talking about this team a little bit differently than maybe we are now. So they were just one change away from getting better at search and hopefully being able to win some series.
Yeah.
I mean, we saw Net Fry, so they were on that same OMiT Brooklyn team. Shout out to OMiT.
Yes, sir.
Again. But yeah, hopefully Lunarz can do the same thing.
And then just real quick before we start talking about some of the other matches and other teams, looking forward for Major 2 here for LAG, right? If we're kind of thinking about the team as they've added in Lunarz, they play Miami. They actually play Miami twice because they play Miami in the minor too. But they play Miami twice, Surge, Cloud9, Falcons, FaZe, OpTic. So they got themselves like a pretty tough schedule, right? I mean, Miami and Falcons feel like they could be winnable, right? Surge, C9 are both two teams that look significantly better this past weekend. And then obviously FaZe and OpTic. OpTic's looks pretty struggly right now, but I imagine they're going to be much better a month from now. So how do you think with Lunarz on this team, like, they're going to perform better than maybe we think they would have previously? Or do you think it's going to be the same thing where maybe they win 2 of these matches and lose the other 4, or potentially worse?
Our hope is, or my hope at least is, again, I don't think they're going to come out and straight dominate the league. They may have a few growing pains going into their matches, but I'm hoping just with time, which again is just what team needs, with new changes, this is what teams need with new changes. What am I trying to say, dude? What teams need with new team changes?
New teams need time. Yes.
Yes, basically that. Jesus fucking Christ, I'm having a stroke over here. But yeah, I think there's going to be some growing pains, but I think they'll get over it, and Lunarz shows why he needs to, or why he deserves to be on the team. Hey, fuck you, Feud. All right,
I see, dude. I see. Chat found the new emotes I added today. The Preston out and Alex emotes.
What is that shit? Are we serious?
I see the chat found the new emotes. I thought it was only right that you guys each had an emote.
We also have the Kenny in here.
The Kenny.
Yeah, the Kenny came in here and said, "Guys, I'm not getting dropped."
That's a W out of Ken right there. That's a W.
What the fuck?
That's funny.
It's really me, says Ken. What's up, Ken?
I believe you, Kenny. I believe you. But yeah, that's probably enough talk on LAG. Before we talk about the other teams, I just wanted to pull up this tweet from the Challengers Intel page. Since MW2, OMiT has had 10 different players picked up the CDL teams. OMiT truly is like the pro league pipeline, as they say here, right? Some of these guys, haven't stayed in the league for very long, but Gwyn, right? Great player. Real, great player. Cammy's been in the league. Awakening's been in the league. Neptune obviously playing well. So there's a couple guys in here that I feel like are quality CDL players that have come out of OMiT, and obviously with there being 10 of them and potentially more throughout this season, it's just a shout out to our guys OMiT. It's just a shout out to our guys OMiT, because there's just good work out of them.
Oh, for sure. I mean, listen, that guy Rafi has as much passion as anybody. Seriously, that guy lives for it. So, it's clear, man. Sometimes hard work, it pays off. That guy's been going in. That guy is the passion pit grinder. So, he's put together some good teams. He's got a lot of players in the league, and
yeah.
Shout out my man, Minor Misdemeanor. That guy is a league assistee. You know what I'm saying? That guy is the goat.
Yeah, shout out to my guy Rafi. The two of us are the least non-Hollywood people you will ever meet.
Yeah. That's right. Yeah. There's a glasses emote now? Oh, we are.
No, I didn't make a glasses emote. That's just like a thing he found, I think.
Oh, okay. I was about to say, we are not locked in. Jake, you're on Rab's video again. What's that, 30 times this year?
W. Shout out Tac Rab, man. Shout out Tac Rab. All right, let's talk about the matches from this past weekend. Let's talk about the matches from this past weekend so we can discuss who else needs roster changes while we're at it. Oh, shit. Where do you guys want to start? Who do you want to start with, or what matches do you want to start with? We obviously don't have to talk about every single one, but mainly
I have a team that I want to talk about. I have a lot of shit to talk.
Okay.
Let's talk about the Carolina Royal Ravens.
I'm pulling it up.
Okay. Let's talk about these guys.
As soon as you said shit to talk, I knew it. I needed to pull up.
Because chat was on my ass and has been on my ass. Okay? They have been on my ass for saying that I'm just an absolute...
Dude,
hater.
Hex is in here now?
Yeah, let's go, Hex.
Ken is definitely done, guys.
What the fuck, dude?
No, but in all sincerity, listen, this is exactly what I expected Carolina to do. I thought they had peaked. I thought that they were exceeding expectations to start the season, and this is the way that I expected them to play. They're starting to look a little bit more down to earth. I think maybe the Jackal GA has made TJ look a little bit more human. The guy was unkillable the first major, first split, and now he's looking a bit more human.
Mm-hmm.
This is what I expected from Carolina Royal Raiders. By no means do I still think they are a bad team. But I think they've lost 5 or 6 hard points in a row. They lost just 3 series in a row. One to Toronto, and they got absolutely throttled by LAT. So it's, those are 2 teams that if you lose a series to those 2 teams, I guess you're not looking at it like, oh man, because they're 2 good teams. But the way they lost to LAT was flat out embarrassing.
They got killed.
They got killed. I mean, it was over in 25 minutes. And then they kind of got killed by Toronto too. They won. What did they win? Did they win a control or SND?
They won the control. Yeah, they won the protocol control 3-1.
Okay, so they won a control. But things might need to change for these guys too right now because they're kind of all over the place. They don't look good. They're not coordinated in hardpoint. And I mean, they lost to round 11 in S&D, which was kind of whatever, but they threw some rounds that they probably should have won in that S&D. And Slasher almost clutched her 1v4, which would have been insane.
That was actually nuts, bro. I thought he was going to clutch it. I mean, think about it. If he would have clutched that, they would have won that map because they ended up losing 6-5.
They would have. It came down to a 1v1. That would have been insane. But this is a team that would not surprise me if they were considering potentially making some changes as well if things don't start to go their way in the next couple weeks.
To be honest, I was kind of on the Ravens hype train after they got the top 4, and I said, yeah, these guys are kind of good. And they're not kind of good. They got absolutely bodied. I picked them to beat Toronto, I think in my PICKEMS actually. And they absolutely let me down. The one time Vivid actually wants to pop off and nobody else does, they fucking lose. Vivid finally had his eyes open. Vivid was finally shooting his gun back, and Gwen decides to drop a 0.9, Slasher decides to drop a 0.8, and same with TJ. They did not give him his crumble cookie that night, I believe. So, but yeah, this team is just so weird. They were really good at hardpoint, or no, actually they weren't really good at it. They were a little bit mediocre at hardpoint. They were good at search. They were good at control. But they just don't have it in hardpoint. Why? I don't know.
I think they're now on a 6 hardpoint loss streak.
And what did that boy Dylan Envoy said? He said that boy Gwen was playing for his fucking stats.
He's being useless on that.
He was being useless on the map. That shit was comedy. And I think he had like 36, 39 for like map 1 against LA Thieves. So it made kind of sense. Gwen was just not doing what he was supposed to do.
I mean, he went 38 and 26, and they lost by 100 points.
Yeah. So,
like, I mean, Vivid did go 16 and 29, like, in all fairness. But 38 and 26 with 38 seconds on the hill is kind of crazy. I can't lie. Shout out my guy, Gwyn, though. I mean, that's my guy, but that was a little bit of a wild map.
Yeah. So, yeah, I don't know. I wouldn't call for a team change. I know some people may. I lied. I would call for a team change. But
he changed his mind mid-sentence.
I don't know.
He talked himself into it. He's like, fuck, maybe I will.
For who? I have no idea, to be honest, though. Because I think Lunarz would have been a good pickup for him. Maybe Sparty can come in, and because we were just talking about him, he was frying during the cup.
He was cooking yesterday.
So maybe he can come in, show them some life, but I'm not entirely sure who they would need to pick up. But yeah, Ravens are just not looking good right now, which is good for us because, or I mean, it's not good for us because every time we play them, they whoop our ass anyways. So I guess we we'll just wait and see what happens.
Yeah, this Ravens team is in that weird spot where, like, you can argue probably long term over the course of the season, a roster change would be beneficial if they just made one now. But they're also like, they got top 2 in the minor. They had a pretty good online split. They got top 4 at the major. It's like, you probably try to rekindle that magic and that flame you guys had in the last, a few weeks ago, where I just don't think you're going to see them drop. They're going to see them drop Vivid, right? I think Vivid's probably that guy who would get dropped on this team. I think he's just that guy who gets dropped when there's roster changes, right? He's also the only one negative on the team right now. And you look at stats, which is also, I feel like, what comes into play. But I don't see them making a change, man. And also, even if they do make a change, I don't know what type of player they go for, because Slasher started the season hot, right? Like Slasher was like a 1.3 for the first couple weeks, right? We were talking about him and Dashy being far and away the 2 best ARs. Ever since the like second or third week of quals, Slasher's just been Slasher, right? He's just been like kind of like consistently okay.
Maybe.
And I don't know what like what his role or like his play style on this team is, where would you bring in like an aggressive AR player to match pace with the subs like I thought Vivid was going to be playing like, or do you bring in maybe a slower guy? Because Slasher was playing quicker than Vivid for a lot of this season already. So it's like, I feel like they're in that weird spot where I'm not sure if they really have like any roles or if just kind of whatever happens, happens. But Vivid and Slasher stats are so similar too. It's like, do they even really like need to, who do they bring in? Do they make a change? I think long term, for like if we were talking about who do we want to play good at champs, I think maybe making a change now is a good idea. But I don't think they're going to. I think they're going to ride it out and they're going to try and fix it because it's really just their hard point, right? They have over 500 records in S&D and control, but 6 loss streak in hardpoint brings them from 13 and 12 to 13 and 18 as they are now. So
yeah, I think Encourage makes a lot of sense here.
Encourage is a he kind of does it all. Encourage from what I've seen.
He's been using AR, using a sub.
I mean, I've seen Encourage have like a 0.95 in challengers on that Stallions team where like they were winning. I've also seen series where he's had like 1.2, 1.3s. Like, I feel like he's the kind of guy who can play the intangibles role. Like, you know, people have been memeing on Kenny for that now, but I feel like Encourage seems like he can kind of fill different roles, different gaps when needed.
Yeah, I don't see them making a change yet. It's still early. But if they continue to struggle and can't win a hard point to save their lives, they're going to. I mean, it's inevitable. But I mean, I would be willing to bet they probably, unless they start getting slammed, I think they stick out this split at least.
Yeah.
But Encourage makes sense to me for this team. That would be the pick that I think he fits the role. He's been using a sub more in challengers, and we know he's gross with the AR. So.
Yeah, I mean, he just got top 3 in the cup
just
last
got
night.
Top 3, right? Filling in with a team that he played one day with.
Yeah.
So, yeah, guy's naturally talented.
Well, shout out the Ravens. They'll figure it out at some point. I guess quickly to talk about LAT, since I already have the LAT Ravens series pulled up. LAT looked good this weekend. SND needs some work, right? I mean, they got 6-1 by the Vegas Falcons in that SND. But they did 6-2 the Ravens, who are a good SND team, so it is kind of interesting. But these guys look good, man. There's not really a whole lot, honestly, for me to say about it. My guys this weekend, I think the hardpoint still looks great. I think the control still looks great. They just need to sort out the search and destroy, and I think they're gonna be fine.
Yeah.
What is going on in chat, by the way?
Dude, Dashy.
Do you have it open?
We have Dashy, Shotzzy, Kenny, and Hex all in chat.
Where's AG, bro? Where's AG? Get my dog in here.
What is going on?
Dude, I'm crying. But yeah, I mean, Lat looked good. I mean, we know that they were gonna look good. Again, the only thing that they needed to work on was their S&D, and it looked good against Carolina, but how you said, it looked pretty shit against the worst team in the league. So
to be fair, Falcons are like a pretty good S&D team, or like it's their best mode, I guess. But
yeah,
still, you shouldn't be losing 6. I mean, they were trolling, but you shouldn't be losing 6-1. It just doesn't look good.
But yeah, I mean, they're definitely looking like the best team in the league right now. A part of FAZE, they're probably like 1A, 1B. Yes, FAZE just won the major, but I mean, they had to do the nastiest Neslo to win that major.
Oh, they did.
If LATs even have a lick of ice in any of the S&Ds, it goes the other way because they were not shooting back in those hard points. So, but yeah, I mean, not too much to say about LAT.
Yeah, LAT looking good, feeling good. Let's talk about FaZe real quick, because FaZe had a very unexpected 3-1 loss to the Vancouver Surge, who were fresh off a roster change to start this split, right? Coming out of Major 1, not dropping a series, looking like the best team, winning the first hardpoint in a pretty close map in the first hardpoint here for the map 1 against Surge, but then to lose 6-4, 3-0, and then by over 100 points in the map 4 protocol hardpoint. unexpected, to say the least. Very, very unexpected. And honestly, really credit to Surge, because I actually think this is more a case of just Surge were making all the right plays. Everything felt like it was going their way. And it wasn't even like FaZe were playing like terrible. Surge were just doing the right things. They're free flowing. Nasty dropped to 1.4, which is insane. And it's clearly the Neptune impact is great. And we'll obviously talk about Surge in a bit.
Yeah, I mean, Nep has been looking amazing since he came on this team. I mean, who else did they play? They played Surge. Played who?
They played C9 yesterday.
C9, and that boy Nep is looking real nice on that team. I mean, we kind of knew he was gonna look nice, just from him playing challengers. But again, we always have to have that precaution that challengers is a way different ball game than pros. But he came up there and he was shooting. And shout out to them for beating FaZe. Again, maybe they caught them on an off day. Maybe they caught FaZe a little too laxed after winning Major 2. And they thought that they were just going to steamroll them. Clearly that did not happen. So, yeah, just got to hand it to them because they did what they were supposed to do. The one against C9 was a little hairy. I think they should have. They should have won the HP. But they bottled it and they just iced up on the protocol, and they did not let them get anything. So shout out to them.
Surge look good, man. Surge look good. It's kind of hard to. Not too often do you see a one-man change come in and make like an ultra difference, but right now it looks like an ultra difference. Abuza, since bringing in Neptune, has upped his game. Nasty dropped like almost a 1.5 against FaZe, which is insane. And I mean, Neptune is freaking disgusting. So it seems like Nep just unlocked this team. I mean, 04's been pretty good all year. He's been pretty good all year. So, I mean, that doesn't surprise me. He's still playing well. But Abusa has been underwhelming. Nasty was underwhelming. And the team with Hixie kind of just looked dreadful. They weren't very entertaining to watch. This team's now very entertaining to watch. They are very entertaining to watch.
Dude, Nep is a walking 2-3 piece.
Yeah. I mean, the energy's up. They're slaying infinitely better.
The vibes look better too. Like they just look like happier.
For sure. Yeah, this was a great change for Surge, and I hope it continues. Nep's unbelievable. That series against FaZe kind of wasn't close. I mean, it really wasn't close.
No.
They felt like Surge comfortably won that series.
I mean, map 2, the S&D, do they not have it? They don't have the rounds. I was going to look at what the round score was. But map 2, I mean, 6-4. The 3-0 in the control was crazy. Protocol control was like actually pretty good for FaZe, and then LAT beat them at Major 1, and we were like, okay, like FaZe are still good at that, though. Then 3-0 is just wild. And then they won 3-2 against C9 the next day on the same protocol control. So something about that map. Maybe the underground routes for Net, be able to hit something, get behind. I mean, he dropped 110 kills versus C9 in that 5-map series, which is pretty solid. He had the most damage on his team. Neptune's just like, the way he plays is perfect, right? We saw it with Huke. We see it with him. We see it with these aggressive SMG players that got crazy gunny, but also know how to take a route, get behind when needed. Like, it's just what you need in this game, I think, is you just need pace on the map. If you play too slow, you're always on the back foot. So he was the perfect thing. He's enabled 04 to be a bit better, and obviously Nasty and Abuza have also been better than they were. So W move, actually. I didn't know if a one-man change was going to be enough, like Preston said, but I don't know if it will be enough going forward. Like, I don't know if they'll continue to play this well, or even on LAN they'll play this well, but to beat FaZe hot off a Major 1 victory in literally the first match back is pretty crazy. All right, let's talk about OpTic Texas, bro. Let's talk about OpTic Texas, because I'm sure that's what you guys really want to talk about, and that's what chat really wants to hear you talk about. We could start out with talking about the FaZe series, I guess, and then move into the Rocker series. Obviously, you can just give general thoughts, but tough weekend for your boys, man. 0-6 map count, right? 0-2 on the weekend. Pred comes back. Thoughts? What were the thoughts watching the OpTic boys play today? Or not today, this weekend.
I might just rip my cam off and just break it right now.
Oh, man.
Um, I mean, okay,
R.I.P.
again.
Mike Cam. Dashi says R.I.P.
uh,
Mike Cam.
um, how we always say, me and Preston are probably the biggest OpTic fans that you may know, but we're also very real when it comes to our team's performance.
hmm
We're good losers, we're good winners, but we'll call shit out when it comes out. And we're playing like dog shit right now, and that's just plain and simple. We're not playing as a unit. We're not playing as a cohesive unit. Clearly, we're all just kind of doing our own thing on the map, running around like chickens with our heads cut off, and that's not what we're supposed to do. Again, this team knows how to win. They just won champs last year. They won a major last year as well. So they just need to pick it the fuck up. But there's also really no reason. Again, I love my dog Ken. But there's really no reason why you should be dying 90 times in 3 maps at all. So
It's
and
pretty
there's
crazy. That's like, I don't
yeah,
even know if I've seen
I
numbers
think
like that in a minute.
I mean I think Easy Max tweeted out that that's the most deaths in a 3-game series. And that's not a stat that you really want to be at the top of the list of. Um, I think Kane just needs to. I think Octane said it the best that he's trying to play too much for the win a little bit and not worrying about the stats. And again, I love that you don't want to be selfish. You want to do whatever you can for the win, but at some point, just hold an angle, hold an iron, slow it down a little bit. I think a lot of his gunfights, they're catching him just running, and you just got to hold an iron. Just pretty much that's what it is. Again, I don't doubt that this team will get back to where they used to be, but right now, they're it's shoot. They're playing like dog shit. They're not playing how they're supposed to play. Um, and there's really no getting 3-0'd by FaZe. I get it. Getting 3-0'd by Rocker, that's where you kind of have to say, okay, clearly something is wrong. Clearly the team isn't playing as a unit. I don't know if I don't want to say that there's internal conflict, but at the end of the day, I don't know. Who knows what's going on in that camp? I don't think there is. I just think the team needs just some time to adjust. That's what I'm hoping it is. Um, but the team will get it, hopefully, and we'll be able to come out next week and really show what the team is capable of. Because this past weekend was just not it, dude. Again, getting 3-0 by FaZe, it is what it is. But by Rocker, that's it. And having Paul X look like an absolute fucking god was
I mean,
absolutely
that was like Paul X best series
dude.
of the year, bro.
I picked him for his under, and then he's out here looking like
Dude,
MC.
didn't he dropped 39 or 40 in the last map, right?
Yeah.
Him and
So
Nero both dropped 40 in the control.
yeah. So it is what it is. Sucks to suck. We went 6-0, or with literally the Falcons won more maps than us, and that's absolutely abysmal. Because if you're below the Falcons in the standings, Jesus Christ. But again, I have faith in the boys. Pretty sure Preston has faith in the boys that they'll get back up and do what the fuck they need to do, get their head out of their ass, and show why they deserve to be, or why they are a top 2 team in the league.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Here's my thought. Multiple. Thought number 1, they look terrible. Thought number 2, they played FaZe and they played Rocker, 2 teams that have been both very good this season. First time playing together as a team in a few months. They had, I think, 2 days of practice, and they had a pretty rough schedule on the weekend. I give them a little slack. I don't give them a slack to not win a map. I don't give them a slack to look like they have no idea what they're doing. I don't give them a slack to look like they have zero teamwork whatsoever.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of work needs to be done in a very quick turnaround. This week needs to be very productive in practice. This week needs to be very constructive with their criticism of one another, of each other's playstyles, of their teamwork, of their chemistry, of their game plan. Everything that they need to do and talk over with one another needs to be done this week, because they looked kind of catastrophic this past weekend. And this team is far better than what they look like this weekend. They're not going to continue looking like this, okay? I'm not going to say that they're going to go out and be 5-0 over the next 5 matches. They might, they may not. What I'm saying is they're going to look better. But if a team with this standard and a world championship caliber squad right here that we have and we've seen, not winning a map in a weekend is never acceptable, ever. So a lot of work needs to be done in short time. On my other hand, with all that constructive criticism said and out of the way, I will always support my guys. So I'm here saying that I know that the job will be taken care of. Karma is a 3-time, 4-time, if you include the coach's ring, world champion. JP knows a lot of ball, goes over VOD all the time. He literally goes on stream and goes over whatever needs to be done. He tells chat whatever they want to hear, breaks down everything. And all 4 of these players on this team are all individually gross. They're all world champions, and together they have a very cohesive unit. So it's going to take a little time to get things together, but I would be an absolute moron not to have this team's back. Kenny has been playing individually rough, yet. I mean, this is Kenny, man. You guys don't think that he knows that he's not playing up to his standards? He knows that he's not playing up to his standards. It sucks because you don't usually see this from a guy like Kenny. I mean, this guy's won twice and he's made it to 2 other world championships. So this is usually not gameplay that you see from Kenny. But for all you Twitter experts out there that is telling Kenny how to play COD, I would maybe think twice because the guy knows what he's doing. He's in a funk, man. It happens. It happens. Even to the best. I mean, we're watching it right now.
He's in a mean funk.
He's in a mean funk. I mean, we literally watched him sprint and die. I think almost every two.
Didn't he go on like another
control.
like 12 death streak? I think in one of the maps this weekend.
Yeah. It's not great. I think. I don't know if he's in his own head a little bit. He's just not comfortable on the map. He feels like he has to overcompensate. I don't know if he doesn't like the AR and he wants to play with a sub more. I don't know. What I do know is he'll figure it out. I have full confidence he will figure it out. Like, I have not a shadow of a doubt.
Mm-hmm.
This guy, we will see a much better version of Ken in the near future.
Yeah, it's pretty crazy, right? Like, it's pretty, I would say, unexpected, right? We've seen Kenny go through rough patches, and he tweeted out, like, I've been here before. Like, I'll get out, I'll figure it out. But I believe he has the worst statistical numbers in the league besides Falcons players at this point, right? I have his numbers up on screen. And it's like, with the numbers the other players are putting up, and also, like, these numbers are slightly skewed, I guess, because OpTic was pretty good in Major 1 online, and then I feel like since then they have not been as good. But, like, he's clearly standing out as, like, he's not getting enough kills. He's also not staying alive enough. His non-traded kill percentage is also lower than everybody else other than Pred, who hasn't really played that much, so it's a small sample size. Like, maybe Octane's right, saying he's just in his head trying to do all the other gap filly things, and he's not just getting his gun up and playing more. I mean, every time I felt like we were on his POV, he was just getting caught sprinting. There were some gunfights he lost, though, that I don't know how he lost. That one gunfight on Vault, where whoever it was, Estrel or Paul X, ripped him from the vault doors when Kenny was shooting at him for like 3 seconds. It's just gunfights you think you would be winning. You know what I mean? Also, shout out to Jason Drops for the membership in YouTube. Let's go, my guy.
Shout out Jason.
But I let you go on your little thing and then tell you.
Yeah, no, I pulled up the chat on my phone so I could see it. But it's just a weird spot for this OpTic team because people are trying to blame Kenny, right? But no one's really been all that good. And I know people are going to say, well, if Kenny's really bad, then it's harder for everybody else. But, like, Kenny's been kind of playing this way all season, I'd say. And we still saw Shotzzy dropping, 100 kill series, 1.4s, Huke, Dashy. We saw it from everybody. So the whole team has been struggling. And it's just a matter of, like, figuring out why it is. Because at this point, they're 14-12 in hardpoint, 12-10 in search, and 8-7 in control. So they're getting to about 500 in all the game modes. It's definitely like a weird funk, but they had the same thing happen in Major 2 or Major 4 last year, and look what happened at Champs, right? So maybe that's what they need, a little funk right now. They go to the Major 2 LAN, home crowd gets behind them, a little bit of a buff. Maybe they don't win it, maybe they don't even make the grand finals, but it's just a little bit of confidence to play in front of the crowd and see what happens. So
I'm not even sure. I don't know. Major 4 last year was they couldn't win an S&D. Almost every series won Game 5. I think this was more of just a really bad weekend and them needing to get on the same page ASAP. I don't even know if this was like a funk. This is just bad COD the whole entire weekend that they gotta figure it the fuck out quick. because I mean we know what the problem was Major 4 last year. They went on like a 12 S&D loss streak, so they look really bad in every single game mode right now, or well this past weekend. So I think they just need to just get their stuff in line. It is what it is. Rough weekends happen, man. They happen.
Yeah, and again, there's really no point in dropping Kenny because who do you bring in that has the same impact as he does? Again, you see that all over the TL. Drop Kenny, do this, do that.
Mhm.
Who do you bring in that truly is going to bring in the same impact that Kenny does in terms of his IGL and just his winning mentality? Yes, you may bring someone in, you may have short-term success, but are you really going to have that same success as always? Probably not. So, again, I have all faith that Kenny's going to bring it back. Again, people are going to call me faded, like, oh, you believe too much in him, whatever, yada, yada, yada. And maybe I do, but at the end of the day, I have more faith in Kenny on this team than I do a lot of other people trying to come in and replace him and getting his spot. So,
Yeah, and I mean, looking at their schedule, right? Like, it's not, unfortunately for OpTic, it's not the easiest schedule for the rest of the split to really figure it out. They got Ravens up this next weekend as their only matchup, so I guess they get a couple weeks of scrims with only having to play one match isn't the worst. They got blessed to play Falcons again in the minor bracket, by the way. They played them last minor, they're playing them this minor. But then they got Miami Ultra and then LAT LAG, so some tough matchups in there, obviously some winnable ones, especially if OpTic plays how we think they can play, but they really like put themselves in an unfortunate position being down 0-2 heading into their home major, because you got to win 3 of these series at least to make winners bracket probably, and they don't want to start in losers in Texas at their home major. So you got to take Miami, you got to take LAG, and then you got to somehow beat Ravens, who you haven't beat yet, and then beat Ultra LAT, which are 2 teams that are in better form right now, but you have beaten at some point this year. So they're gonna have to win a match that maybe they're not expected to given current form. So they got to figure it out quick for sure. Or else losers brackets going to be calling their name, and I know you guys don't want to see that when we're there and down here in Texas.
Yeah, no, I can think of a lot of other things that I'd rather see than that. Yeah.
I'd like LAT and OpTic to be in winners, so on Friday we can vibe out and no stress. You know what I'm saying? None of us have to stress on that one.
Yeah, that'd be great, wouldn't it? Yeah.
We could have a nice fun Thursday, watch them win, and then have a nice chill, stress-free Friday before Saturday and Sunday. All right, so I mean, yeah, OpTic, they're gonna figure it out though. I believe in Ken, bro. I've seen what Ken's been like for LAT and 100T throughout the years. He'll figure it out. Who else is there to talk about? Anyone else you guys want to touch on? Maybe Cloud9. We haven't talked about Cloud9 yet. They're a team that they went 1-1 on the weekend, but 3-0'd the Toronto Ultra. And Sib just looks like he's playing a bit more like Sib this past weekend. So a couple teams from the bottom turned up. We got a C9 turn up. Boston looked good online as we expected. Surge looked good. Maybe the league's going to continue to stay competitive because we've also seen some top teams falling off. But any thoughts on Cloud9 from this past weekend?
Sib just looks like the Sib that we a version of the Sib that we saw last year. So that's good, because if this team is going to see any success, they need Sib to play well. But yeah, that series versus Toronto wasn't close. They slammed them. And then they played a solid-looking Surge team pretty well. Took them at 5. So pretty solid weekend, I'd say, for C9. Definitely a step in the right direction. And they look much improved. Honestly, shout out to that sub duo too, Loki. That sub duo has been a little bit. They've been progressively getting better. Kremp's pretty good at this game. I mean, that guy was taking over some of the maps in the Surge series. I think he had like 70, 72 some kills in the first 3 maps of that Surge series, something insane. So
yeah, he was cooking. He had 37, 12, and then 28.
So what 71, right? Yeah, something like that.
Yeah.
So I mean, he was doing his thing. And Max been honestly probably their best player all year. So I think they're going to get better. That they look better. I think they're going to consistently get better. It's just a matter of if they can stay consistent. That's all it is. It's a matter if they can consistently grow, show their true potential. And if it's like none of this team, it feels like they don't have to have people popping off. They have to have people playing to their potential. If they have one of their players playing a little bit under their potential, one or more, it's when they're going to struggle. They don't necessarily need to have people pop off to be competitive in a series. I mean, obviously it would help, but this team feels more like the teamwork will do pretty good. So I don't know. We'll see. I definitely a step in the right direction for them this weekend, though, for sure.
Now Celium's in here, brother. What the
Oh my
This
God.
chat's
Chat
actually
is wild
insane.
now. It's unfortunate that the chat's not on the screen right now because the people in post. I mean, actually, you might be able to open the live chat while watching. Oh no, you can't because unless you're watching the VOD. If you're watching the uploaded version, you won't. But chat is being crazy right now. I can't even lie. But that's
Yeah.
probably you go. Sorry, you go.
No, I was gonna say, to be honest, I don't really have much to say about T9 again. They're definitely taking strides to get better. But I don't know, losing or beating Ultra, who we think is probably like the fourth, fifth best team, but then losing to Surge. I mean, given if they go to a game 5,
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I just, like I said, they're making strides definitely, but I don't know how confident I am to continue to win these series, to be honest.
Yeah, C9's still a hit or miss team for me. I feel like they could have just been really good against that. Like the Ultra series. I mean, Kleenex went -20. We haven't really seen that out of Kleenex this year, so I don't know if I expect that kind of result if they were to play each other again. But I mean, every little bit counts. Sib clearly looks better, right? Like Sib, I mean, went +15 in the Ultra series. He went +4 in the C9 or in the Surge series. So he's playing better at the very least, which is just going to be a recipe for them to have better series overall because their ARs weren't shooting back previously.
Mm-mm.
And Matt, the roster move Zuma tweeted about was Lunarz to the LAG mates for Priesta. This is from Ronnie as well. So Lunarz to LAG is definitely a W. Where the hell did that guy Preston go, bro? He just leaves mid pod. He just leaves over Cobra. Yeah, I mean, you got to also think Cobra would have to have visa stuff sorted out. Lunarz is a plug right now before the matches. You don't got to play another couple weeks or however long it would take to get a visa, maybe even longer. This guy just came back with dip and like 2 burgers or something. What is going on?
Chat, I'm so sorry. I just got so hungry out of nowhere. I have no idea what the fuck just happened to me. I actually just got so hungry out of nowhere. Hold up. I'm sorry.
This guy's wild in chat. Well, I was going to say, I'd say it's time to do our pick'ems, I guess, for next weekend.
Perfect. This is a great time to eat and pick. You know what I'm saying?
I did not add up our pick'ems from last weekend, but what I do know is I got Kentucky Fried, bro. As many are calling it Kentucky Fried because Kenny's been getting cooked.
We're not going to call it that.
But yeah, I need to have a bounce back here this weekend because my picks were just not good. And I can't have that, bro. I can't have that. So I say we do our week 2 pick'ems, see what we can cook up. Alex is probably still in the lead in the pick'ems leaderboard if I had to guess, but we'll have an update for you guys next episode.
Yeah. I mean, I got fried too, for sure.
It was just like, bro, 1, 2, this weekend
3,
was so weird.
4. I got 5 wrong.
Yeah, it was a tough. This weekend was just weird, like genuinely, right? Like Surge playing much better was a little bit unexpected. C9 playing better was unexpected. OpTic playing super bad was unexpected. I don't know why I picked LAG over Boston. Every time I pick LAG, they chalk my points, so maybe I should stop doing that. But now they're gonna have Lunarz, so you know what I'm saying. All right, let's get into it, man. Let's get into it. Let's start off with Friday. We got Carolina Royal Ravens versus the Minnesota Rocker to kick us off. I mean, do we think Ravens turn it around next week, or is this informed Rocker team gonna be too much?
I think this informed Rocker team is gonna be too much. I'm going Rocker 3-1.
That's actually exactly what I was gonna say. I was also gonna say Rocker 3-1. I just can't trust Ravens at anything, really. I feel like, but especially HP.
Yeah, and if Paul plays the way that he did against OpTic, it might be GG's. I mean, he said that he's in form now.
Dude,
and
he looked so much better this weekend. Like, genuinely shout out to Paul X.
Yeah, so.
He got a bigger jersey, and it stopped cutting off circulation. He started cooking.
Exactly.
We know what
I'm taking Minnesota 3-1. Yeah. I'm a match.
I'm surprised you didn't say 3-0, to be honest.
No, I'm going to give him a pity map.
Yeah, I was thinking about going 3-0, but I'll give him a pretty map. That's fine.
All right, so clean sweep for Rocker there. Then we have LAG versus Miami. Real quick before this one, I do want to say, we didn't actually talk about this, but Super subbed in for Metals this weekend in the one match Miami played because Metals was sick.
Mm-hmm.
He got absolutely slammed in the respawns, but looked really, really good in search. It looks like he's headed back to the OMiT Challengers team, so I don't think he's not filling in anymore, I guess, or they're not going to trial him anymore, which is maybe unfortunate for Super, but I don't know. Any thoughts on him real quick? He got hooked in respawn this weekend.
Yeah, I mean, he hasn't played competitively like challengers in like a while, right? Because he was trying to get his old visa situation sorted out.
I mean, he came over to NA a couple weeks ago, I think, maybe. And then I don't know how much challengers he was playing. He was playing with the OMiT team for like a couple days before Miami was like, we need you.
Yeah.
So I don't know how much he actually was playing the last couple weeks, but
yeah. So
I mean, they also had him running a sub, and he's an AR player, so it didn't help, I'm sure.
True. I think you just gotta give him some time.
Yeah.
To be honest, I'm pretty sure he'll find his way again back on that OMiT GG team. So, yeah. Dave Patty, what the fuck?
We got Dave Patty in the chat. It's a legend right there.
It's hard to number one, step into a team they practiced for one day and fill in.
Mm-hmm.
Number two, it's even harder to fill in that one day of practice when it's on a role that you don't play.
Mm-hmm.
So he kind of got thrown to the wolves a bit.
Yeah.
The fact that he showed out in S&D was definitely a positive sign for him. He did get slammed in the response, but I had a day of practice with him, and he was filling in for a role that he doesn't play. If he would have went in and filled in for Lucky and got slammed like that, I'd say, okay, he got slammed. You know what? Maybe he needs a little bit more time. But he wasn't playing his role, so I'm gonna give him a lot of slack.
Yeah.
I think he did fine.
Hopefully the series didn't leave like a bad taste in Miami's mouth or people like, about Super, because it was his only showing in the CDL at this point, right? The only match he's played, and it really wasn't great in respawn. So hopefully it's not like, I don't know, Super, if we want to bring you in. I'm actually surprised they're not going to trial him for Lucky, at least for a match or a couple scrims, just to see how the team plays with Metals in instead of Lucky, but oh well. All right, so we got LAG versus Miami. LAG versus Miami is an interesting one, right? Because LAG, they're coming off a roster change. I mean, I guess, right? I guess it has not been confirmed, right? That Lunarz is going to be in for Priesta. And we don't even know if it's going to be this weekend, which is also another thing. I would imagine since Ronnie tweeted, it's probably going to happen. But obviously Miami they just got top 3 at the major. But I keep saying I got to stop picking LAG. So I'm going to preface this. If Lunarz plays, I'm going LAG 3-1. If for some reason Lunarz is not on this team, I would like to switch my pick 'em to Miami 3-2. I want to say that now.
No. I put my foot down. You don't get to switch.
All right, whatever. I'm going LAG 3-1. Screw it. I'm thinking Lunarz comes in, honeymoon period, 1.2 domination.
Yeah, I'm gonna go LAG 2, but I'm gonna go map 5 or game 5. I'm gonna go 3-2 LAG. Shout out to my guy Lunarz. Shout out to OMiT.
Yeah, I'm going LAG 3-0.
Oh, damn.
Mm-hmm.
You don't think Miami gets a map on this struggling LAG team?
I think Lunarz comes in and slams.
I mean, if they get better at S&D, I think they're probably better at Miami in every mode.
Probably.
Maybe the hard points are close, but... Okay, so we match again on this one. Now we go to the last match of Friday. We got Cloud9 versus the Vegas Falcons. And we also just got a 199 super chat from Kenny. Kenny, I know you got more bread than that, Kenny. Come on, bro. We know you got more bread. You just won champs. But we appreciate the 199, bro. But C9 versus Falcons, man. Do Falcons get their first win? Do we think? Do the Falcons can pull it off? They're looking better. They won maps in both series. They took a control and an SND. So,
but if you can't win a hard point, though, I mean, you can Neslo, but I don't think have any of the other series gone past game 4?
No, they've never won more than one in a series.
So yeah, I don't think so. I think Cloud9 they're looking a lot better. But I'll still give Vegas one map. I think they're taking like the S&D or something again. I'll go Cloud9 3-1.
Preston, you want me to go? I agree. I'll go 3-1. I mean, they got two map wins this past weekend. Maybe they just continue to steal a map here and there. But yeah, I'm going C9.
Yeah, I'm gonna go C9 too. I'm actually going to send it to a map 5.
Oh,
I think they win multiple maps this series. But I think they lose game 5.
Can you imagine they get to game 5 and they don't win it? That would be insane, bro. I feel like they gotta win it once they get to a game 5, especially because they're good at search.
I also think this is their first hardpoint win. I think this is the series they win their first hardpoint.
They gotta hope Sib stops shooting back then.
No, they got the Hoom. That guy doesn't miss.
That's true. The Hoom was killing LAT, bro. I can't lie. He was killing LAT.
That guy does not miss. That dude's an ooter.
What do the picks have? 8% of picks right now have Falcons over C9. So those 8% of fans are real ones. All right, let's move on to Saturday. We got Miami versus Atlanta FaZe. I'm going to go Atlanta FaZe 3. I'm going to go 3-1. I'm going to give Miami a map. I feel like somehow they're going to steal one, but I'm taking FaZe in that one.
I'm going to go Miami 3-1. I'm sorry, FaZe 3-1 as well. I'll give Miami.
Shit.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
Same.
I'll go Miami a map as well.
Same.
Same. Okay. We're matching a little too much, guys. We're going to have some splits here, and maybe this will be the one where...
Wait.
What?
Hold the fucking phone. We forgot, bro.
What did we forget?
We got 50 gifted on this fucking on these series.
That's true.
We got 50 gifted on these series.
That is true. Our guy Creskinator said that if we get 8 out of 10 of these correct... Wait, there's 10, right? If we get 8 out of 10 of these correct, he's dropping 50 gifty.
So we might have to go the same. You know what I'm saying?
Well, I mean, we can give him... I don't know. I guess we could go the same. I don't know. Let's just pick for the picks, and then we'll let him know what we got, I guess. Shout out our guy Kresk.
Okay.
But, yeah, it's just 2 wins. It's not map count. Thank God. But OpTic Ravens, bro. A matchup we've seen twice this year. Ravens has bested you guys 2 times. And now both of these teams look absolutely booty cheeks. So who wins the Burger Bowl? Chat, who do you guys got winning OpTic Ravens? I want to poll chat real quick. But also, one of you guys can take the floor. Who do you got?
I got the boys. Matter of fact, give me the boys 3-0. Going OpTic. 3-0. Give me that shit. Delusional OpTic fan right here. Yep.
At least he's honest. I tip it.
OpTic fan. I'm going OpTic 3-0.
I'll go OpTic 3-1. I think they win both hard points.
Wow. Do I try to be different is the question.
No, you shouldn't.
Dude, but the thing is, like, it's not... The Ravens have also looked ass. This isn't like they're playing, like, I don't know, a team that I feel like has looked pretty good. What are the PICKEMS saying right now? Right now, it's 78% OpTic. But the last 2 times they've played, technically the last 3 times dating back to last year, Ravens have actually won this matchup. I'm going to go Ravens in a game 5, bro. I'm going to do it to be different. I also just think OpTic are playing a little mid right now. I feel like all their players are playing kind of mid. Whereas Ravens have still had, like, Gwyn or Vivid have a pop-off map here and there. So, I'm sorry to OpTic, but maybe I get a pick'em point on you guys here. Then we go to a Surge versus LAG matchup. Potentially an LAG off a roster change here. So, honeymoon period. Surge also maybe in a little bit of a honeymoon period still, right? Next week with Neptune. I'm going to go Surge 3-2. I'm going to give it to them in the game 5. I just think Surge is a bit of a stronger team right now. And even with Lunarz in, I think this series could be close, but I'm going to have to back Surge after what I saw this weekend.
Yeah, I'm on that same boat with you. I just like how they looked a little bit better.
This could be a chance for you to gain a pick.
This could be. This is a little enticing. I'm not gonna lie to you. Oh, Gorilla Mates, man. Give me the mates in a game 5, man.
All right.
Give me the mates in a game 5.
LAG is going to sell your bread twice this weekend. Just watch.
They fucking might.
Just watch. Actually, and the PICKEMS have a 66% surge, so people seem to agree with Alex and I. Okay, then we get the last matchup of this Saturday, and it's the Boston Breach versus the Toronto Ultra, which is low-key a sneaky match. Low key, because you got an Ultra team that's been a little bit up and down recently. You got a Boston team that's consistently pretty good online, right? On land is a different story, but online, this Boston team seems to know how to play COD. I don't know who to go with this one. I actually don't know. The Pick'ems have Ultra, obviously, as the favorite because they just probably should be the favorites. But I don't know, dude. I just don't know what we're going to get from Ultra. They just look super shaky.
Yeah. I think I'm going to still go Toronto 3-2 over Boston. Possibly. Question mark?
He's not sure?
I don't know. I don't know. Do you want to? Depends who's more ass, insider winning.
I mean, you're not wrong, to be fair.
Joe Deceiv's Masterclass 3-1.
Joe D's been pretty decent. I will say that.
Yeah, I'll stay with it. Toronto 3-2.
Okay. I'm going to go Boston 3-2. I'm going to go Boston 3-2. I don't know. I'm going with the team that's maybe a bit more in form. Boston's good online. I'm going to give them benefit here. Ultra kind of sold my pick'ems this past weekend, so I'm a little salty. But I'll go Boston.
I'm going to go Ultra, man. I'm going to go Ultra in game 5.
Oh, man. So I got 2 different picks from you guys this day.
Actually, I'll take mine back. I'm going Boston and Toronto's tied 3-3.
W. That's a good pick out of you.
I don't think either of them won.
That's a good pick out of you. Okay, then we move to Sunday. We got 3 more matches to go through. Rocker versus Falcons. I'm going to be honest. I'm going Rocker 3-0. I just really like what I see from Rocker, and I think they're good in every mode, and I just think they're good. Unless they play Vault, maybe Falcons can steal like a Vault Control or a Vault SND or something, but I just like what I'm seeing out of Rocker, man. I like it. I feel good about them, and I'm going to keep picking them.
Yeah, I'm on the same boat with you.
Damn. I'm going Rocker 3-1. Oh, man, I got to give my South Boys a map, man.
That's fair. I mean, they could win a map, right? I mean, they just won 2 straight. They're good at SND. They're competent in control if it is Vault. I don't know if Rocker will play them on that, but we saw Rocker play OpTic on it. Maybe. You never know.
Yeah, I can't not give them a map. Those are my guys. Ooh.
Shout out Saud, bro. And shout out to Whom. All right. Then we got LAT versus the Toronto Ultra. Somehow this is not the last matchup of the day. I don't know what's up with the scheduling. Like, why is Boston C9 the last match on a Sunday? It is what it is. But LAT versus Ultra, I mean, on paper, right? Scrap versus an Envoy versus their old team versus Kleenex and Insight, right? Obviously, we saw the beef from the Ultra CEO and talking about LAT and how they're going to be better this year and all that sorts of things. So, with all that said, I'm going LAT 3-1. I just think they're going to best them in this series, and obviously, I'm going to back my boys right now, pretty much over everybody.
I agree. Going 3-1.
Oh, see, we both agreed, and now he's like, wait a second.
Wait, who?
Preston.
Oh.
He's like, should I do it?
Tell me.
LAT looks
big. Yeah, I agree.
LAT looks good. I can't do that shit. I can't. I'll go LAT in a game 5.
Okay.
I'll go LAT 3-1. If it goes game 5, I'm a little nervous for LAT. I'm not gonna lie to you.
All right, and then last one on the weekend, we got a Boston Breach versus Cloud9 matchup. Potentially could be good, right? We said Boston's doing good, and C9 is they've been shooting back this split so far through 2 matches, and I think we all have them winning versus Falcons on the Friday. So who goes 2-0? I mean, I guess for me it would be Boston 2-0, but the C9 go 2-0, I guess, for somebody in the pick'ems.
No, I got Boston 3-2.
Okay.
Both teams go 1-1.
You want me to go, Preston? So you could try to figure out what you're gonna do? I don't know what I want to do with this one. I think I'm gonna go Boston in a game 5. I just think the SMG matchup favors Boston, and then I think the ARs from both teams have been kind of mid. But I think, I don't know, Cammy and Sib have both been shooting. I'm just really thinking the Snoopy Purge duo might just be a little bit better than Mac and Kremp at this game. So I'm going Boston 3-2.
Yeah, I'm going C9 in the game 5.
Okay.
Beat him at the LAN, knocked him out top
That is
12.
true. They did play at the LAN. I forgot about that.
I think it's a repeat series.
I think Boston wants to get back.
I still think a little bit that Boston are a little bit of frauds, guys. I really do.
I don't think Boston's going to play like this on land at all, but I just think this team's, I don't know, I think they're good online.
They are. I mean, they are right now. These two teams have been the two teams that I've just been skeptical on all season, man. Like the Ravens and the it's like they're just the same vibe. The vibe, at least with Boston, Snoopy kind of looks unbelievable. I mean, Gwen kind of did too, but they're just giving me the same vibes. I got Cloud9.
It's fair. They're both teams that probably been overperforming given the on paper expectations coming into the year. All right, so those are the pick'ems. Pretty much the same shit for the most part, other than Saturday. Saturday, we got a bit mixy with our picks. And then obviously this last series on Sunday. So we'll see who's out top after this weekend. But I believe Alex right now is still going to be on top. I don't think anyone caught him because I think we all kind of struggled this past weekend.
We did.
But yeah, those are the pick'ems, chat. Hopefully we cook because... Oh, and the minor bracket's already in here, which is dope. Oh, you can't pick it yet, though. They don't have the seating in. But actually, we want to look at that real quick? You want to look at the minor bracket really, really quick? Just like a quickly preview it? Because you can actually see the bracket on the wiki page. On the wiki, here is the CDL Minor 2 bracket. I mean, obviously, we're going to do all our pick'ems and stuff, you know, next week for this. But we got Boston versus Surge, OpTic versus Falcons, Minnesota versus New York, and Miami versus LAG. So OpTic would play Toronto and then potentially FaZe in their side of the bracket. LAT got the easier side for sure. We could play New York or Rocker and then like C9 or not C9, Ravens maybe. What do we think? Yeah, because Major 1 seeding was the determinant for Minor 2. So that's why FaZe is at the top. LAT is in the third row because they got second. Any initial thoughts? We don't have to actually give predictions, but like maybe who do you think is going to be in the final? You think it's just going to be FaZe Thieves again? Or do you think we see upsets?
Major 1 seeding determined.
Yeah, Major 1 seeding was the Minor 2 seeding.
But
or
wouldn't Miami be on? Wouldn't Miami be third then?
Yeah, wait, that's a good point. Am I faded? Isn't that what they said?
I don't remember, to be honest.
Wait,
do you remember?
I don't remember. I honestly don't know.
Wait, no,
seating, that's temporary.
Oh, it's the whole stage seating. Okay, it's the whole stage. Dude, that's so misleading. When you say Major 2 seating, I think of the event. I don't think, or like Major 1, I think of the event. I don't think of the whole stage. Okay, well, either way, I guess that's a good point.
I don't know. I mean,
bracket definitely favors Lat again. How you just said?
Definitely, yeah. Cowards. It's all good though.
I think to be honest, or as of right now, if we're going based off right now, I think it'll be a FaZe and Lat or grand final.
I'm thinking Falcons get their first CDL win in the minor 2.
What the fuck?
I think Falcons 3-2 OpTic Texas. First win in the league.
Yeah, chat. I'm gonna be honest. This to me just feels like a Minnesota OpTic Minor grand finals.
I mean, bro, I actually think we'll probably see some weird things happen.
I think this is gonna be an OpTic Texas Minnesota Rocker Minors grand final. You can book it right here, chat. I'm telling you right now.
All right, chat, clip that, and then we'll see what happens. If he's right, you got to tweet it out because he needs his dope.
Dude, if that's right, that'd be an insane poll. You know? I might actually be fucking like Nostradamus head ass. You know what I'm saying?
But that is just a quick preview. I mean, the minor is we're gonna be doing minor predictions next week in the next show, so that is kind of fun. But I guess lastly, before we start just yapping with chat for a bit, I got like a little gamey thing. I guess it's not really like a full game. Essentially, what we're gonna do is all the three of us and chat are all gonna pick a player for the 4 categories I came up with. And at the end of the split, we're going to see if any of us pick the player that is going to be number 1 in that category. So I'll explain in a sec, but I got to put our names on a wheel. So we got Jake, we got Preston, we got Alex, and we got Chat to determine the order. So essentially how this is going to work, if I switch if I switch this over, how this is going to work is we have 4 different categories that I came up with here. Number 1 in KD, number 1 in hardpoint damage per 10 minutes, number 1 in SND kills per round, and number 1 in control engagements. We're all going to draft a player for each one of these categories, and we're going to see who's basically the closest. And winner gets a prize. I don't know what the prize is going to be, but you know what I'm saying. We're going to come back to this and we're going to see. So that's kind of what we're doing here. I just wanted to see how well we can predict. And this is just for the second stage. So at the end of Major 2, I'm going to come back to this and we're going to see who cooked. Make sense?
Okay.
Does that make any sense?
Yeah.
But we're going to spin the wheel to determine the drafting order because this is a draft. So like if Preston takes Shotzzy, no one can take Shotzzy for that same category. All right. So Alex is going to go number 1. Keep it spinning. I didn't remove Alex's name, and it's going to land on him again. Yep, L Production. Obviously, right? The one time I don't click on him.
1 and 2.
The one time I don't click on him. Okay, so Alex is number 1. And chat, you guys got to play along. When it's your draft, we're going to let you guys pick. And when we see a name 3 times, that's going to count as a pick. Preston's number 2. And I'm going to be number 3, and chat's going to be number 4. Okay. So it's Alex, Preston, me, and chat. Okay. So Alex, you get first pick. Who do you think is going to have the number 1 overall KD at the end of Major 2?
I think I'm going to go safe answer,
Celium. Okay. He goes Cell. Preston, who do you think is going to have number 1? You can't pick Celium, unfortunately. I'm sorry.
I was really hoping I could pick Celium. Okay. I'm going to take Celium.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Mm-hmm.
Okay. No. I will take...
Who you feeling?
I'm going to take Geo, bro.
Geo. Okay.
I'm going to take Geo.
Okay. That's an interesting pick. I mean, he was top KD at Major 1, right?
I'm going to take Geo.
I'm going to take Scrap. I'm taking that neck. Even though he did go negative, I think, versus Falcons. I think he bounced it back.
Did you really?
I think he did, yeah. I think he did. All right, chat's turn. Chat, who do you guys want, man? Who do you guys want? The first 3 names, when we see a name 3 times is what we're going to pick.
Okay, Simp, Kenny, Gwen, Hydra, Simp, Gwen, Hydra.
No, Woods said Hydra 3 times, so it's just Woods again.
Chat wants Kenny.
That one's Kenny, W. I actually think it's Gwen. It's Gwen. Oh, no, Travis said it twice. It's Simp. It's Simp.
Simp.
Yeah, it's Simp.
Yeah, Simp. Yeah, okay.
Yeah, we're giving him Simp. All right. No, chat gets the first pick now. It's a snake draft. Chat, who do you guys think is going to be number 1 in hardpoint damage per 10 minutes? I tried to pick, like, different stats. I didn't want to just go, like, KD or something all the time. Who do you guys think is going to be number 1 in hardpoint damage? Scrap, Draws, Real. Chat, do not spam, please. There's no point to spam. Scrap, I think they want Scrap.
Me.
I think it's Scrap. All right, they're going Scrap. That comes to me. Hardpoint damage per 10 minutes. I'm going to go with... Who's got hella damage in hardpoint, bro? Who lays down the law? I'm going to go with... I'm going to go with Simp on this one. Yeah, I'm going to go with Simp. Screw it. I don't know. Maybe I should have taken an AR, but I'm just going to go with Simp. All right, Preston, who you got?
I'm going to go Neptune.
Nep. Okay.
I'm going to go Neptune.
Okay. And Alex?
I'll go Hydra.
Hydra. That's actually not a bad pick. Hydra's really good at hardpoint. Hydra's really good. Okay, Alex, we go back to you. Number 1 in SND kills per round. Who do you think is going to be getting the most kills on average in SND?
Who's good at S&D right now?
Your mom. No, I'm sorry.
What the?
I mean, I don't know. Who's like, what teams are good or what players?
Yeah, what teams are good right now?
I mean, Rocker, FaZe, Falcons.
I'll go
Surge, I guess.
I'll go Simp.
Simp?
Simp
All right.
the pimp.
All right, we go to Preston.
I'm going to go Snoopy.
Snoopy, there you go. That's a good shout. That's a good shout. I'm going to Beezy. All right, who does chat want? Who does chat want? Let's see.
Beezy?
A Beezy, take him.
Kenny.
Kenny. Okay, there's one for Ken.
Kenny.
2 for Kenny.
Abizi. No, Abizi suck already.
04, Paul, Teej,
Teej.
Kenny.
Kenny.
That's 3 for Kenny.
Oh,
Who's
chat.
Estrella? Or Estrio?
Estrella.
All right, it's gonna be Kenny. Chat voted for Ken. I'm sorry, chat. That's just the rules, man. It's just the rules. Should we give him TJ instead of Kenny?
Yeah, give him TJ.
All right, we'll give you guys Tej instead, chat. We'll give you guys Tej instead. All right, chat.
Yeah, they do not want Kenny. Bro.
Chat, last one. You guys get first pick. Who's going to be number 1 in control engagements for 10 minutes? Number 1 in control engagements.
Shotzzy said thank
God.
Oh, fuck yeah. You guys are fucking morons, bro.
Hydra, Kenny, Draza, your mom, W. Wow, it's actually Kenny this time. Like, no, I don't even know if it's a troll.
TJ said Kenny every single time.
All right, I'm giving him Draza. I'm giving him draws.
Oh,
I'm going Nero.
God.
I'm going Nero for me. Preston, who do you got? Control engagements per 10.
Holy fuck, you guys are morons. Wow. I'm gonna go Pred.
Pred.
Go Pred.
He's going lay G for engagements. W. All right,
I'm
Alex,
going
last one.
Abizi.
Abizi. All right. Whoever does the best wins the prize, chat. I don't know what that prize is going to be, but we're going to say.
Rigged, we got robbed.
We're going to say. We're going to come back to it.
Dude, no, chat has me in tears.
What
you
is with chat today,
idiots.
bro? What we have Shotzzy, TJ Halley, Dashy, Hex, Pred, Kenny, Dave Patty was in here.
Actually, it might be Kenny, to be honest.
Yeah, it's definitely a real Kenny, bro. He totally
It
wouldn't
might
be
be
verified
Kenny.
or anything on YouTube.
No, like I'm saying, like it might be Kenny for most engagements in control because brother died 30 something times.
He died 39. He died 41 times in a hard point and 39 times in a control.
What's up, MC? How you doing, brother?
Stellium's in here. Shout out MC. But yeah, all right, we got that. Let me close that. Let me close that ish right here, bro. But yeah, chat, how we doing, bro? What do we got, chat? Any questions, topics, hot takes, things for us to talk about? How are you guys feeling, bro? How are you guys feeling about the matches this past weekend? OpTic fans, how we feeling?
I have a hot take. What's your hot take, Shotzzy? Like if you're totally not streaming right now.
Huh.
Okay, great.
Sadness
great
and
hot take.
despair. Yeah. Sadness and despair sounds like the common thing for OpTic fans right now, I think.
Miami winning major 2. No, they're not, Shotzzy. Thank you for the take, though. Appreciate it.
Yeah, I fear Miami will not find themselves in another top 3 this year. There's my not so hot take. I'd actually be surprised if Miami makes another top 3.
Vivid plays better than Kenny this week?
I mean, that's
Okay.
possible. I mean, they're gonna play each other. Who's gonna? What do you think? They're gonna have a high. Who's gonna have a higher or better series, Vivid or Kenny?
Kenny.
Kenny.
Okay, I'll go Vivid. Yup. That's that one-eyed Raven right there. That's that one-eyed Raven.
I do think this is it for Preston Field. I do. I think this is it for Priesta.
Yeah, dude. I just like. I don't know if I don't know what Priesta's like passion for the game is like. I have no idea. But like I don't see Priesta going to play in challengers, and I don't see him getting picked up by a team, right? Like he's not getting picked up by a team, and if he does, he'd have to go 2 challengers and fry for a couple, probably like at least a stage, if not longer. So there is a world where Priesta decides to hang it up and or take the rest of the year off, or do what Slasher did and just not play challengers and hope you get picked up at the beginning of next season. But yeah, I just don't. I don't see it.
Kenny said, "Me, motherfucker, what?" Kenny doesn't have faith in himself.
Dude, I low-key think Priesta for Kenny is not a bad move.
What the fuck?
You need a guy who can pick up the pace a little bit at time. Well, actually, Kenny picks up the pace enough. You need a guy who can shoot back a little bit more, and surprisingly, Priesta shot back more than Kenny. And Priesta's a gap fill type of guy. He's a good teammate, world champion.
That's the definition of a bad move, I think. So
I don't know. I mean, listen, look what happened in New York. They dropped Priesta for Sib, and what happened to them? They went from 3 out of 6 events to 1 out of 6 events. I'm just saying. Hey, here's actually a good question. Here's a good question for chat and a good question for you guys. If in some insane world OpTic dropped Kenny, right? What would Kenny do, or where would he go? Like, what team do you think would bring in Kenny right now, given the current rosters?
Boston.
Boston?
C9.
I can see Boston. C9 I think is a good one. I think C9's a good one. I think Rocker maybe is also a good one if Paul X starts playing not great again. Like, just like someone to be a good leader, a good veteran, winning mindset. I mean, Kenny's been bad, which is like the thing. Like, do you think Kenny gets insta picked up if he's dropped, given how he's played this year?
Probably it's Kenny. FAZE. FAZE probably for Draza. LAT for Scrap, I think. Maybe.
Yeah.
Yeah. How about just make a trade with OpTic Kenny for a Scrap? I like that trade. What you think?
I'm sure you like that trade, bro. I'm sure you do.
W trade?
I'd like that trade too. If I were you. I mean, damn. Yeah, I don't know. I don't think they're making a change. I just thought that was an interesting hypothetical. There's no way. Kenny's not getting dropped. Unless he like is really, really pissed for the rest of stage 2 and at the major. And they go out like top 12, top 8 again. But nah, he's not. They're not dropping that guy.
I doubt it. Yeah.
Getting illy for Kenny? Nah, I'm good.
Nah, bro. I think some fans have like this have like a fetish for OpTic bringing Huke and Illy back. I swear to God, fans just love to see OpTic bring Huke and Illy back.
Not yet, Bobby. No official announcement.
Dude. I actually wonder, like, you got to think. I mean, being as it's happened on a Monday, we were talking about this on Preston's stream. They're trying to get this going as quick as possible, get Lunarz into scrims tomorrow type shit, probably. So we'll probably see an announcement tomorrow because unless they scrim people that don't play on stream, maybe they can get away with scrimming with Lunarz. But OMiT's going to probably be scrimming with somebody that's not Lunarz, and like it's going to obviously continue to be leaked. So we might just get an LAG announcement tomorrow, if I had to guess.
Kenny for Hydra. What do you think, Jake?
Kenny for Hydra. Yeah, I'm good on that one, brother. Hydra's been bad at search, but Kenny's been worse. Which is insane. Because Hydra's been pretty bad.
Nade would drop Hydra for me.
Yeah, I don't know about that one.
Kenny for Scrap and Priesta for Hydra.
Those are good moves, actually. You know, I like that. Those are good moves. Those are good moves, bro. Scrap had an offer from OpTic and Thieves next year. Who is he choosing? Thieves, because he's already on the team. Scrap and Hydra are going to team together for the next 2 to 3 seasons, depending on their contract. Guaranteed. On LAT. After the contracts are up, it's a different story, but they're definitely not leaving LAT for the next 2 seasons.
Yeah.
There's just no world. And unless OpTic offers them or any team, I guess, offers an absurd bag and Scrap's like, yeah, I'm down to leave. Or same thing goes for Hydra probably, but I just don't see it.
Still kind of crazy that Scrap and Hydra to General Mates could have happened, you know? That's
dude, can you imagine what that fan base would be like if they had Scrap and Hydra? I mean, look at what how they were cheering for Hydra at Major 1, and he's on LAT.
Yeah, that would have been nice.
And the way they were cheering for their team, imagine you add Hydra and Scrap on that. Oh my God, bro.
And then they got stuck with freaking Priesta instead. Wow, that's just catastrophic. Now they got Lunarz, though. You know what I'm saying? Lunarz is French.
Yeah? You think?
Yeah.
Oh, all right. Shout out French Lunarz.
Yeah, he's French. Oui, oui.
Oui, oui, Lunarz.
Yeah, he was born in France.
That's awesome. I'm happy for him. Let's go, Rapids. How we doing, bro? Yeah, I think, like, do you guys think we see another roster change before Major 2?
Yes.
Like, if you had to put cash on it right now, you say yes?
I would, yeah.
Who do you think makes it in your prediction? Because there's obviously a couple teams that I think are on that fringe where, like, if they continue to suck or, like, just continue to get worse.
All right, Miami.
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 And then Boston, question mark? I think those two. Miami, Boston.
Those are good ones. If you look up CDL Minor 2 wiki, you can find it. It's on the CDL wiki to bracket.
Bobby said I can give you three teams right now.
He said I'll put 10 gifted if I'm wrong. All right, Bobby, what are your 3 teams that are going to make changes, I'm guessing is what he's saying? And if he's wrong by the time Major 2 comes around, 10 gifties better be hit me in the forehead. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm. Is that a fake Kenny and TJ? No, those are the real ones.
No, those are actually Kenny and TJ.
Yeah, they totally would not have verified YouTube channels. Could there be an Afro comeback? Yes, if the team is willing to get the visa process started, because I don't know how long that's going to take. That's the only problem with EU players, is like the visas might take a minute. So you
like
Boston, LAG, Miami. So you think LAG makes a second change, Bobby? Or are you counting this Lunarz move in your 3? But I can see Boston making a move if like Awakening continues to struggle. Miami is definitely a roster change candidate.
Vance returns.
Hey, Splitty.
Hey, Splitty with the $7.99. Thank you for the super chat, bro. He said OpTic needs to sort something out. They have the potential to be the best, but FaZe and Thieves are tough. He's not wrong. I mean, he's not. We saw them. They were the best last year, so they definitely can do it.
He is not wrong at all.
Rocker is not making a change, brother.
Yeah, I don't see Rocker making a change. I heard them talking about this on the flank, and I wanted to actually get your guys' opinions on it. What do you think Miami does if they continue to need roster moves? Because at this point, they've kind of picked up all of the top Spanish talent in challengers, right? Like, there's pretty much no one left unless they like go back to like maybe Eric Boom. Like, so what do you think they do? If let's say they're struggling again, do you think they maybe do a Falcons thing where they just start picking up other Spanish talent that's maybe not like frying in challengers? Do you think they go an EU route? Do you think they just start picking up anybody and everybody? Do they just suffer? Like, what do you think the Heretics do? Because Super, Rencor, those were like the last of the top Spanish guys.
Yeah. I think they'll stick with EU, but I think this was a conversation last year that this whole like Spanish or like Spanish team or Saudi team is just not going to work. Unfortunately, like there's just not enough top level players in those regions to make a team be good. And I mean, they got top 3, so shout out to them. But that's their first top 3 ever.
Yeah, I think it is, right? I think that was their highest CDL placement under the Miami brand.
Yeah, so
ever.
He's not wrong.
Yeah, I just think again, multiple people have said it that this like picking from your own region, it's just not going to work. Unfortunately, sometimes there's just better talent out there in other regions. There's good talent in EU. Which is why I said they'll probably expand to that. But just sticking with Spanish players, unfortunately, it's just not going to happen.
They could buy Snoopy's contract. That's a good point. I heard I forget who said that. Was I watching that Tack Rap video? I don't remember what I was watching, but somebody put out the idea that Miami go all in and try to buy Snoopy from Breach because Snoopy speaks Spanish and is from Mexico. Which would be crazy. Snoopy and Real.
That would be a rogue duo on the map. But for BO6, it might work.
Snoopy, Real, and Rencor is nasty. Mm-hmm. And if you get Super to be your 4th, that is a very, very solid squad, man. That is a very solid squad.
It is. Viper, thank you for the 2, by the way. That's actually not a bad idea, right? Especially, I mean, maybe there's other players in the league that speak Spanish as well. Like, I don't know the languages everybody speaks, but...
You read my mind, Viper.
It's interesting, right? I mean, if Super plays the way we think Super can, or we've seen in Challengers on a main, you got Rencor who looks really good as a second AR, and then Real and Snoopy. given the game, right? And obviously, if we go back to like a slower paced type of game, like an MW2 type of game, it might be a little too rogue. But in a BO6 style game would be kind of disgusting.
Yeah. I mean, we saw the leaks though, right? This new Omni movement's kind of like the thing for the next couple of years, right? They're
And
just
there's
gonna
going to
add
be
on
like
to it.
wall running, right? Is that what it is?
Not next year, but the year after, right? Or is it next year?
I think it's the year after is the wall running thing. I don't know
Yeah.
exactly though.
But we're like keeping like this Omni
Wall
movement
jumping,
type
wall jumping. But
thing
still.
for the next X amount of years. So I don't know. I mean, hey, if they can get it done, I don't know if Boston parts with Snoopy, but if they don't do anything successful, Boston again, I mean, they already had a top 12 this season.
Mhm.
If they don't figure it out, maybe they eventually burn that bridge.
For OpTic struggles, is the game too chaotic for a structured team like OpTic?
No. No, they're just not playing good right now.
Mhm.
That's literally the answer, Chad. I know it's like the boring answer, and everybody wants a deep depth analysis of why they're not playing well. They're just not playing well. It sucks, but they're just not playing well. Has nothing to do with the game. Has nothing. They're just not playing well. Kenny is struggling. Dashy's been a bit worse since the major. Yeah, they're just struggling. They'll figure it out.
I don't know, bro. I actually think this structured style of gameplay could be causing them issues. Because, like, BO6 is a very, like, you kind of spawn up and you just sort of have to sprint, at least in, like, respawn and especially in hardpoint. Like, it's very, very fast paced. And I feel like if you get caught sprinting too much, that's obviously bad. But also, if you play too slow, we've seen where teams will just, like, play slow HP and they just get cooked. Like, I feel like it's one of those things where, like, sometimes you play too structured where, like, maybe you're trying to, like, set up too much or you're taking too long to, like, really clear things and, like, try to get map control. Sometimes you just need to, like, really put the pedal to the metal, get some gas going. I think we've seen that with LAG too, right? Like, Kiz, Priestess, Guys, these guys are very structured players. We saw it on New York. And they just have not really had anything happen. Like, they've just been ass. So, like, I don't know. I actually kind of think, like, you sort of need to just go rogue a little bit sometimes. You sort of need to just have a bit of an X factor that's a bit unpredictable and not kind of like, all right, well, we know Shotzi's flanking us. We know Pred is probably somewhere around one of these corners, either laying down or pre-aiming. We know Kenny's sprinting over there somewhere, and we know Dashy's on a head glitch. Like, I don't know. I think something this structure can hurt you. That's just my opinion as a fan of the game that knows absolutely nothing about the highest level competition. Just for the record, in case anyone gets it twisted. I don't know what I'm talking about, but that's just my general, that's just my opinion.
He's got to play pro, Chad. He's trying to be humble. I personally think that OpTic need to make a change and bring in OpTic Texas Burner.
I agree. I agree.
He's no longer OMiT Brooklyn Burner. He's now back
He
to
went
OpTic
back.
Texas
He needed
Burner.
the aura again, bro. He needed it.
I needed to go back. I think that's why we were losing. I think that's why our aura went down. No, I think they need to pick up this guy Caesar season. He played at a local LAN.
Oh my god, bro! No, I got
He did.
bro. I got
He played at a local LAN.
No, I got slammed by a cheese chip, bro. Like what?
I got 6 kills in 2 matches.
Okay, all right, we're done. That's it. Yeah, we're good.
I'm trying to see what Ryan was saying because his message split.
Oh my God.
Ant was saying he wanted to tell them why he. Ant wanted to talk about why they dropped Huke and why they're playing bad, but he said he couldn't speak about it on stream. I think is what Ryan was trying to say.
Kenny was mentioned too. Kenny in what way? Like why he's playing bad or something?
I did listen to a little bit of Shotzzy's stream when he went live. And yeah, he basically was kind of like, I wish I could tell you everything, but like, you know, there's some things I can't say. So, I mean, listen, the back end reasons that people make changes, whether it could be internal, it could be in game, it could be any number of things, right? Like, it's not necessarily always going to be what we want. Hex didn't want Shotzzy speaking on Huke. Interesting. That is interesting. I did see Shotzzy said he got a text from Hex while he was on stream when he was talking about the whole Huke and them struggling. So
Mm.
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 I didn't hear him say. Hex said don't talk about it, but I believe Bobby.
Leaves me a little perplexed now, doesn't it? I think there's a little something going on behind the
I
scenes.
will say I don't know. I'm guessing Huke hasn't said anything because he streamed and not. There's been no clips. But like Huke didn't say anything, bro. Like did Huke?
I know what it is.
Did Huke even tweet out like, "Hey, thanks OpTic for the couple weeks of opportunity"? Like I didn't think he said anything.
He hasn't said shit.
I know what it is, brothers.
What is it?
I
Sketch.
have the intel. I have the intel.
Yep. Let's go, Skylar.
OpTic is keeping Huke in the wings because next year, COD is back to 5v5.
Yeah, you're readable, bro. You're so easy to read.
COD is back to 5v5 next year, chat. So we're gonna have OpTic Texas plus Huke in a 5v5 next year.
That's a solid top 8 team right there.
That's what I'm hearing, chat. That's what I'm hearing.
There's gonna be expansion, and then OMiT's gonna come in.
Yeah,
pick the three of us. Plus fellow, and plus
someone in chat. We get to pick.
Plus encourage.
Yes, sir.
And we're gonna absolutely fucking fry those fuckers.
Kenny said, "Who leaked it to him?" What the fuck? Shotzzy said it was me.
Oh, so Hex just didn't want him to talk about it because he didn't want it to hurt Huke in any way. Like even if Shotzzy doesn't mean it, he just wants Huke to get picked up, which makes sense. That makes sense. It's definitely weird. It is weird that we didn't get like a single tweet from Huke that was just like, "Hey, thanks OpTic. Like, I appreciate the opportunity. I wish you guys best of luck." Like maybe he said something on stream and there just wasn't a clip, or at least there wasn't one I saw. But it is a little interesting that he gets back to the green wall. He plays pretty well individually, and then he doesn't really tweet anything.
Yeah, I mean, he doesn't tweet much in general, like I said, but he also, when he goes live, he literally has a command in chat that says, "I will not be reading chat. I'm just playing."
That's so typical. That's actually so typical. Chat, we're not reading. We're not talking to you guys anymore. Get out of here. We're just going to be looking at each other, staring into each other's eyes.
That's everyone's favorite thing about us is that we do read chat.
Mm-hmm.
And that Alex is handsome. And
hey, peace out, Travis.
Hi, Travis.
Yeah. I don't know, bro. I mean, this next week's matches, I think, are going to be pretty interesting. I think it's going to be another week of like, if someone goes 0-2 and they're struggling, we might see another roster change. Maybe teams try to ride it out for the minor. They give themselves another 2 weeks, but I want to see more changes, bro.
Why he wasn't live, so that it really bothered him, how people blamed him for Kyler getting dropped.
Makes sense. That's his guy. I could see him being upset at people blaming him for Kyler being dropped again.
Yeah.
Well, he's a what? He's the
warlord?
The warlord? I was going to say war general.
He's the warlord. The minor is not this weekend, Skylar, but the next weekend.
Correct.
Yeah. But no, I agree. They do have to take Octane's advice. Don't go on Twitter. Don't read anything. Just head down, grind with your team, vibe out, you know what I'm saying? And don't bother with Reddit or Twitter or even, honestly, Twitch chat at times, bro. Like, just kind of focus up.
No, you can read my DMs, though.
Well, yeah. You can read the DMs from Alex and Preston because those guys are in everyone's DMs. So Hollywood.
That is true.
Not everyone's DMs, chat. Only...
Oh, you said me. Not true. I mean, Preston is in everyone's DMs.
No, Alex is in everyone's DMs.
That's
literally everyone's DMs. This dude lives for it.
Want Clay to pick up the OMiT roster? Yeah, it's not going to happen. Falcons ain't picking up anybody that's not Saudi this year.
No, I did not. I did not do that shit. I know somebody. I know y'all motherfuckers.
I mean, Alex said he remembered it, bro.
I do remember that.
I have no idea what you guys are talking about, and we still can't find this clip. But
I think like JCap was talking about it with somebody or something, dude, or like Censor or something.
Fuck, it might have been JCap. Fuck, let me look it up. It actually might have been JCap.
Have you looked on Reddit?
No, I don't have Reddit.
Is there something new to look at, or are you just asking if we looked at Reddit?
Well, because that's where it was probably posted, to be honest.
Oh, you're asking about that. Yeah.
Let's see. Reddit. Mhm.
Yeah. Oh, another thing that happened this past week or announcement wise that I don't think we talked about, the minor is grand finals the best of 7 now. They did
Yeah,
that
that's
little
a W.
video and they basically said absolutely nothing in that video. It was like 10 minutes long, kind of a waste of my time. But the one thing they said was the minor is now a best of 7. They heard the feedback. Or best of 7 grand final instead of best of 5, which is cool, I guess.
Yeah, that's a W. It should be. I like the fact that it's single elim but best of 7. I think that's the best way to do it. It shouldn't be double elim because then it feels like an online major, and you don't want it to feel like an online major. You want it to feel different. So I
Reddit
think
read?
single elim's cool.
You guys want to do a Reddit read right now, live on stream? We'll look at what's popping on the COD competitive subreddit.
If I see my name one time, we're off this fucking site. I'm not even kidding. The
You
first time
probably
I
will.
see, the first time we see Caesar season chat, I swear to God, we're off this fucking site. The first time we see Caesar season, we are gone.
All right, let's see. Let's scroll through this real quick. Let's do a little scroll. Switch scenes. I have not really looked at the Reddit. Oh, dude, here's the meme. It's the meme I sent you, Preston. That's too loud, but that shit's hilarious. What else? Draza tweeted out people forget so fast in reference to Kenny is what people were saying. It's a W out of Draws. Draws has been supporting Ken on the TL. Right? I mean, rightfully so. Obviously, he teamed with the guy, won with the guy, knows what, you know, he's going through and knows he can be better, but that's a W.
Kenny in chat didn't like that meme very much.
My bad, Ken. My bad.
He said, hell no.
My bad. Oh, did you guys see this clip? John Rahm. I mean, you know who that is, Preston, I'm sure.
Of course.
John Rahm, he's said previously that he watches OpTic or knows about OpTic, but he also mentioned Octane, I guess, in a video with... Was this in a video with Rick Shields? Or I don't know if this was... Or if this was at one of those things that they do, but... That's kind of sick, bro. It's sick to see how mainstream our esport is without people knowing it can be so mainstream. That, like, someone who, I mean, is so well known in the golf scene watches Scump and Octane, like, regularly. Pretty sick.
That is sick. Shout out John Rahm.
Shout out John Rahm. Lunarz going to LAG. We know that. This person's talking about lag. Kismet and Sky's dropping Priesta again. The face you make before you backdoor your mans. Oh, shit. My bad, AD and Priesta. Here you go. Here's Kenny Abudi. What do we think about Kenny Abudi, chat?
Get this shit.
What do we think about Kenny Abudi?
What the fuck is that? What the fuck?
Wait, is that Jose Jalapeno on a stick? That's Jose Jalapeno on a stick. That's what that is right there, man.
Oh my god.
What the fuck?
That's too funny. Shotzzy goes live. Oh, did you guys see this card? I tweeted out a card I saw on eBay because I saw Zuma react, like, looking at this picture, and I immediately looked up cards. I gotta show that card too. Scump Crim 6 Formal PSA 9 graded Trio Ink. I mean, that's literally 3 of the GOATs. They get signatures on one card. Is that not insane?
How much is that worth?
I don't know how much it's worth, but it's probably a decent bit. 500 maybe? I don't really know how much card. Well, I mean, here's a good reference for you. I tweeted out this picture like not too long ago. This card right here is a Draza Octane Envoy Trio Ink. Is $125 on eBay right now. Bro, if anyone's got $125 sitting around and they want to help your boy buy this card, let me know, because this would be sick to have in the collection. I got some cards. Like, I have a gold foil Scump, a gold foil LAT card, and then I got a Rich and Lonely one there. And I got a bunch in my closet, but I'd love to have, like, a card collection of some of my favorite, like, CDL cards with some autos and shit. So clean.
I don't have any cards.
I love cards, bro. Like, pack openings and stuff are sick, but also, like, I mean, it's just basically gambling at that point. You might get ass. I think I have, like, a Zed auto in my closet. I think I have a Zed and a Billy Mental auto. I think I have both of those. I think those are the ones I got from the boxes I opened.
I think I have a Awakening auto.
Oh, that's a big wake.
I literally have never bought cards.
Well, the G boys, we're telling him to rotate.
I'm not, dude. Priesta's digital footprint is insane. I can't lie, bro. His digital footprint is insane. That's actually crazy. Oh, man. I mean, dude, what was he just doing?
That's why Preston was dropped. That video's like 8 years old. Now it's like 4 or 5.
All right, what else we got here? Hot take, this roster deserves some time to figure it out. Is that a hot take?
Why is that a hot take?
It shouldn't be a hot take. Like, imagine saying a team that won world championship like 6 months ago is a hot take. They need time to figure it out. That is true. On the Reddit, that is a hot take. What else? Did you see this video, Sib?
Oh, the eyes.
He wasn't frozen! Dude, look at how locked he is.
Bro, he's fucking twisted, bro.
Dude, he literally doesn't move.
You see his eyes just.
Sib has always been pretty stale face. I can't lie.
He's fucking locked, bro.
Oh, here you go. Kenjay Nassim. What do we think about Kenjay?
Oh my god, we're done.
Would each of you want a Shotzzy auto card from the new set? I'm sure they'd want a Shotzzy. I mean, I would love one too.
Sure.
Skylar, if you have one.
Skylar, you got 3, or if you got 2 Shotzzy autos, send it to those boys.
Surely. Oh, that's a great first card.
Yeah, I would love to have like a collection of like just some dope ass cards. Like autos, my favorite players. Couple like different, you know, rare cards. I think it'd just be so sick. I love cards. I think cards are just such a cool little collectible.
Oh yeah, you like cards. Oh yeah.
Chat's a bunch of morons, bro.
Nah, chat's been trolly tonight, bro.
Should we VOD review the Preston post? What Preston post?
Wait, you got 13 Shotzzy autograph cards? There's no way, Skylar. There's no way there were 13 Shotzzy autos in a one box or in one case.
What the fuck does this guy think he is?
There were no other autograph cards. They're just all Shotzzy in every box.
Damn.
There's no way.
Was
that like that was like a god box?
I'll take one. I'll DM your address.
You got 6 boxes that had 2 Shotzzy autos in each of them? What the fuck? How is that even possible? That's got to be like a manufacturing mistake that they all ended up in the same case.
Yeah, you want to slide me one of those?
Hey, if you want to slide Alex and Preston, go for it.
I'll give you a wet kiss.
Major 2?
Science card. Used it one night to do lines, then lit it on fire?
Oh.
Damn.
Well, rip the scump card.
Damn. Sounds like a good time, Bobby.
Rip the scump card. Jesus. Yeah, bro. I want more cards. I wish I was rich so I could buy cards, but that's just not in the budget right now. It's just not in the budget.
3,000 members on YouTube chat.
3,000 members chat. He's crazy. We are at over 600 members though, which I'm still amazed at and very grateful for. Preston got like 40 subs on Twitch today.
I did indeed. That's pretty fucking cool. I'm not gonna lie. That's pretty cool.
Oh my! The clip Ryan is what is on the Tack Rab thing. Of the clip from Scrap Stream last night that I posted. That's what Tack Rab showed. Shout out Rab, man.
That video was funny.
Dude,
you know
I
what?
was
You're right,
dying.
Chad. They
bro.
don't play the game.
I was literally dying. He was like, "Have some thought." He starts pacing on the balcony because he's so fed up. I mean, his chat was just going on the entire night. I was in there for like 3 hours. He was just going on all night, asking him to like talk about Kenny. He was like, "Bro, it's literally OpTic. Like, chill."
You're right, Chad. They don't play the game. You're right.
Mm-hmm. Wait, let me pull up the clip. Let me pull up the clip in case no one's seen this.
OpTic just don't play the
No
game.
Smash TVs, brother. I'm pretty level-headed when they're playing for the most part. I obviously want them to win. I'm always nervous when they're playing, but I'm very level-headed. I was on the watch party.
Chat, here's the clip if you guys haven't seen it.
OpTic just don't play the game, obviously. What kind of dumbass comment is that?
What kind of dumbass comment is that?
You caught him, bro.
You caught him, bro.
Pro team's not scrimming. They're not playing. You caught him, bro.
He was thinking.
Dude, it's so funny.
Like, bro, have some thought, bro.
Have some thought, bro. It's just so funny, dude. He loves going out on that balcony and talking from his phone. Can't hear? That's as loud as it goes, brother. I can't help you on that one. He was outside on his balcony talking through TeamSpeak on his phone. That's how loud it just is. It's too funny, bro. Hey, they're ass. I don't know what to say. OpTic's ass. Sorry. I meant to say they're fine, bro. They're fine. All right, boys. What do you say we round this shit out, man? Any closing words for chat? Little chill stream.
Yeah. I mean, hey, appreciate you guys being here as always. Thank you for hanging out with us. Like another 2-hour episode. We're getting pretty good with these 2-hour timestamps. You know what I'm saying?
Preston was live for like 12 hours today total.
Yeah, almost 13 actually. I've been live since about 10:45 a.m. So, yeah, almost 13 hours live in a row today, chat. So, yeah. Appreciate you guys as always. Hopefully the guys figure it out. I want them to start winning again. That would be cool. And I will see you guys on the watch party with Jake this upcoming weekend. And
W.
hopefully Alex, but he only fucks with us like 30% of the time. So we'll see.
30% is generous, bro. It's like 12%.
I'm busy.
He's out here making bread, bro. He's making bread.
That's how I get to go to all these events. Show face.
I tip it.
Put on for a round of
I
CDL.
respect it. You only fuck with us 30%. It's all good.
I mean, for a bet, it's 100%.
Yeah.
I won't be there Saturday because I realized I fucking work on Saturday.
Ew.
Bullshit.
Ew.
I might just call it sick, to be honest.
Preston and I work on Saturday too on the watch party. You know what I'm saying? It's a full-time job.
Hey, Skylar, my fucking guy, I'll give you a wet kiss at Major 2.
That's what's up, Skylar. See, now that's what I'm talking. That's how you serve and protect the community.
Oh my god, free Shotzzy autos is insane. You might as well submit all those to PSA and get 10 grades. But yeah, I guess that's gonna do it for us, chat. I guess that's gonna do it for us. Alex, you want to say your classic motto that closes us out?
Chat, we appreciate everyone. Again, all this would not be, or we would not be here without any of y'all. Without all the constant support on our tweets, on the streams, whether that's for Preston's stream, giving him a golden kappa, Jake when he's on here, giving him 600 members. Me just when I'm on here just to fucking vibe out and just shoot the bullshit. So I appreciate everyone, truly, because this would not be possible without any of y'all. Again, if you love us or if you hate us, motherfucker, you're still watching.
Oh shit, you added in the motherfucker this time.
Yeah, the motherfucker this time.
Hey, you know, some people like to talk shit, but I hate Preston. Hey, he's a handsome man. I would just say that. But yeah, chat, we appreciate all y'all. Love y'all. Major 2 is around the corner, literally in like, or I'll be there in basically a month.
Yeah.
I'll be there on the 18th. So chat, can't wait for that. Again, if we'll see you at Major 2, please come out there. Show us some love. I know Preston's gonna have his own meet and greet line, so Lando is hiring security for that. So just be ready for a long, probably 4-hour wait for that because my guy has a lot of fans.
Not lying.
But yeah, chat, we love y'all. We'll see y'all next week.
Yeah. Chat, we appreciate you guys for watching, man. If you're listening in post on Spotify or on YouTube, make sure to drop a like, sub, leave a 5-star review. We appreciate you guys for real, man. It's been an absolute just sick like experience being able to stream, talk about COD with so many different people and build this community. So we appreciate you guys so much. Shout out to OMiT as always. More challengers, watch parties, and OMiT watch parties coming to you soon if you missed the one this past weekend. But we appreciate you guys, chat, and we'll see you in the watch party this weekend and next week for minor 2 predictions, man. So have a good one, chat, and peace.
Peace.